Friends, welcome, get excited. Lantern Year 24. It's time to face off against the level 3 Lion God. Boo! I've never done this. It's BigDenoPlays. Getting excited. Really pumped for this showdown. This should be an absolute challenge. Feel like we've got some really capable survivors. It all comes down to whether those really capable survivors can survive. What the Lion God is dishing up to us. Let's go through those survivors now, shall we? We have Drogo, who is a storm constellation. He is going to be wearing a new setup that I've designed for a crystal skinned fellow. He's got a beacon shield, which gives him 2 armor. He's got all 3 of the affinities with iridescent hide. He's also got the Manhunter's hat. He's allowed to wear that because it's not armor, it's an accessory. And he has triggered its ability to ignore the first severe head injury. And he's also got the antelope mask, where hopefully he's going to be insane, so he's going to get a free move that he can hopefully hide behind terrain, and so on and so forth. We have a Skleever there that we can actually swing at speed 2, and that is a very tempting offer. So we're going to definitely utilize that. I won't say he's going to be our main damage dealer, but he's certainly going to be one of our core damage dealers. I'm hopeful we've got a lot of damage dealers though. So with the Skleever, excellent. He doesn't have Timeless Eye though, but he's got Fated Blow. Ilaria. So she's our support, and she's wearing the Necromancer's Eye, the Rawhide set, and I've given her the silk bodysuit. Wasn't sure if it was the right spot to put it, because I don't think she's going to get hit a lot, but I figure it's hard to tell who's going to get hit from the Lion God. He tends to go pretty crazy. So, but she's going to be rocking 4 evasion on top of her innate 2 evasion, so 6 evasion, so she's pretty good shape. John, he's got Frozen Star to try and help us survive, which is really cool. And he is also a bow master, which means he can use the Inkblood bow, non-cumbersome. He's only accuracy 1, whereas Yara's accuracy 6 or something. So if he gets bleeding tokens, which is likely, he's going to gain evasion buffs as a result of that. And finally, the Mountain, who's our only non-constellation, wielding the Sword Oath, has Harvest Man. He's a great dude. I'm hopeful that maybe we'll get him over the line and he can become a constellation, just so he can say he made it. He does have the Thundermaw, which sucks. Alright, so what we're going to do, we are going to depart, and we'll get through the hunt, and then I'm going to go through the Monsters Showdown stuff. Before we do that, I've got a shrine roll. I did spend an endeavour last Lantern Year for a shrine. We gain 1 armor on all hit locations. So let's depart. Drogo has a constellation, so he will gain a survival. Ilaria has max. John has a constellation, so he will gain a survival. And we will then... Oh, we're going to do 1 armor on every hit location. 1 armor on every hit location. John is wearing the Lantern Cuirass, so he's going to gain 3, plus an additional 1, and an additional 1. So we're heavily armored, we're heavily pumped. Let's get stuck into this hunt phase. Now, we do have Trailblazer here on Drogo, which means we can start the hunt 1 space closer to the monster. We are going to do that, I think. Yep. We have the Reverberating Lantern. We do not have a sickle, so we do not get to do a thingy. So we will start 1 closer. I'm just going to run through everyone's things here, see if we've got any quixotics. So no quixotic. Yep. Leyline Walker, when you have no armor or accessory gear in your kit, gain 3 evasion. I probably wish I didn't go with that Manhunter hat strategy now. But that's fine. Ilaria, she's got Psychivore, so she's going to want to eat someone's probably tiny arachnophobia. And the mountain, he has got quixotic, and so he will gain this strength token. All right. Oh, that's a shame. The Manhunter's Hut is an accessory. It means we don't get Leyline Walker, but we'll be fine. Drogo's going to kick us off. He's going to do the first event. Silver Bug, the event revealer. Gets a 6. All survivors lose 1 survival. Roll again on this table. That's a 4. Roll again. That's a 2. Roll again. It's a 4. It's a 1. It's an 8. All survivors suffer 2 brain event damage. That was terrible. I was contemplating using the Sonorous Rest for insanity, but we may end up using it for survival at this rate. Let's proceed. Wow, Silverbug has the potential to be awesome. Alright, the next hunt event goes to Ilaria. 91. The beginning. Oh, each survivor gains 1 survival. Thank you. Thank you, the beginning. We have Saga. Everyone gains a courage. I don't think anyone needs courage. Well, have a courage, Drogo. You courageous guy. And storytelling. Everyone's at max understanding. Oh, John's not. Great. I love a wholly positive event on a hunt. Quite delightful. The next one will be John doing this event. Geodes. All survivors may descend into the worm tunnels. I think the worm tunnels has no survival gains, so I don't think we will do this. No one's got a sickle. Yeah, we're not gonna do anyone in there. We don't have to roll a hunt event. So let's proceed to the next one. Good work, John. The mountain. 12. Destiny Bound. Oh, awesome. You gain a courage, mountain. Well done. I may skip the next hunt space. I don't think you can skip Overwhelming Darkness. I'm not worried about Overwhelming Darkness, but I don't think you can skip it. I'd love to. Save these rolls. Alright, here we go. Drogo. Great. He's going to gain a -1 evasion token that he's just going to give away. All other survivors gain 1 survival at his brave display. That's actually very beneficial. Ilaria. An 8. She suffers 1 event damage to her arms. Oh. John, he's going to lose a courage. And finally the mountain, 6. He's going to lose a survival and everyone's going to gain 1. That's really beneficial. I'm happy about that. He gains a -1 evasion token. None of those evasion tokens are going to survive because of Song of the Brave. Let's progress on to the next hunt. That one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we're going to be back to Ilaria. 0, 9. We're flirting with that harvester, aren't we? A golden light. She feels compelled to investigate. Are you blind, Ilaria? No, she's not. Can you imagine if we get lights in the sky? Oh, that's awful. Suffer 3 event damage to a random hit location. Ilaria. Oh, why are you doing this to the hands? Oh, she's getting hammered. That's okay though. Sonorous Rest coming up. So the next survivor is John. Distant Destruction. Huh. Homing Instinct. Set up this showdown with 1 less lion statue on the board. Cool. I'll do that. Alright, so we're going to do Sonorous Rest on this next one. So let's go Sonorous Rest. So when we get to the survival, every survivor gains 3 survival. But I do think we need to do... Each survivor has time to either rest or tune. So we get to choose for each one. Jeepers. That's a tough call for Drogo because he's got the Antelope mask. He needs to run around. He probably doesn't really need to run around. Oh, he's going to gain 3 survival. 1, 2, 3. He's going to remove that evasion token from Song of the Brave. Great. And we do have War Room. He's suffered no damage tokens. We are going to do the storytelling thing and hope we roll 3 to 6. Ilaria is going to gain Insanity, so she is going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. John's going to gain Survival 1, 2, 3, 4. The Mountain Survival 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. She's going to repair 1d5 damage suffered during the hunt phase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. There's no other tokens. We're then going to hopefully roll a 3 to 6. 1. The player's terrible. Nothing happens. All right. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This is the mountain for this hunt event. 42. A surgeon. We shall not enter because we have no need of repairing damage. Our final hunt event is Drogo, the Sphinx. Confront or ignore it. We are going to ignore it. Give me the 10 survival. Give me the 10 survival. On a 6+. 10 survival. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Well, now I regret not doing the other one, but you never know. Whew. All right, it's time. It is time for the Lion God Showdown. Okay. Everyone gains survival. That's fine. No insanity on Drogo is unfortunate. Doesn't get to use the Antelope mask. Okay, so this guy has 2 luck tokens. However, thanks to the tomb event, we actually gained 2 luck tokens. So I'm just going to ignore the luck changes. So he's just got an evasion, 2 speed, 3 damage on his cards. So this card is called Divine Prowess. It means that every card is considered relentless. So relentless looks like this, and it says this down the bottom of most of these cards. If there are any threats in the monster's field of view, do the next relentless card. So he can get on chains where he just goes crazy. So we need to make sure we're using the Rawhide Headband to just control that situation if we can. So that's Divine Prowess. This thing is, you're always a threat. Doesn't matter. You're a threat. If you're in his field of view, you're a threat. Game over, man. Game over. So it should be a positioning challenge. We'll see if we can position correctly in this. Now he's got 14 basic. So I don't know if that's all of them, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Great. He's got 9 advanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's got 2 legendary. 1, 2. Now, as I understand it, this Feral Tyrant is a bad card, I think. Oh, maybe it's not that one. You know, it's this one. Woeful Majesty. Terrible. Yeah. It's just like, can you kill him? Can you not? All right. I am very, very excited. I'm actually going to break, which you all won't see. I'm going to go and have dinner. And then when we come back, we are going to start this showdown. Maybe I won't actually. Maybe I'll just get straight into it because it's exciting times. Let's do it. No, I changed my mind. I'm too excited. No dinner. Let's go. Okay, so the Lions God's going first. We got nothing we can do to prevent that. Yeah, so we're going to have to hope that we can change some stuff here. Actually, who do we want our threat to be? Probably not Drogo. Probably not the Mountain. Maybe Ilaria. That's a risk, but yeah, I think we'll have Ilaria be our main target. So she's in the position in his field of view. All right, here we go. Constrict. The closest survivor in field of view. So we're going to have that be Ilaria. This attack always damages the body location. All right. So we will try and get out of field of view here. If we can. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to go 1. No, we might do it this way because we've got Harvest Man on the other guy. Okay, so he's going to move and attack Ilaria. So he's got speed 2, which goes up to speed 4, thanks to his 2 speed tokens. The accuracy is 2+, that goes to 6+. John is going to use a survival to use Frozen Star. Yep. Great. So that is going to be 1 hit. We can dodge that from Ilaria. Always damages the body. So it's going to be a damage 7. So she is going to dodge that, yes. Does she gain her survival back from the Rawhide set? She doesn't. Okay, so that's this card completed. We've now got this flow. So before we do anything, we are just going to put in our dodge. We're going to put in our Frozen Star, which we don't have to do. We're now going to dash with Ilaria, and we're going to dash with John, and we're going to dash with the Mountain. So John's going to go to here. The Mountain's going to dash. Now he's got Harvestman, so he can go 8 to here. So that's out of the monster's field of view. And then Ilaria, she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she is now out of the monster's field of view as well. So now, I'll just give everyone. So Ilaria, does she get her survival back? She does. Everyone else's survival. So John, the Mountain. Cool. So we don't now reveal the next AI card because of Relentless, because there are no threats in the monster's field of view. Okay, so let's do Ilaria's activation. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we've got. We've got no trap. So we've got failure reactions here. That's fine. So this is a reflex. So we'll probably do that one next, I think. Okay, so let's just step out the turn. So we're going to swing with the Mountain, which is 2 devastating wounds. We're going to swing with Drogo, which is going to be 2 wounds, and then we can shoot with John. Yep, okay, so let's do it that way. See if we can get some critical wounds out of this situation. So, who do we start with? So that's her turn. She's out of line of sight now where she is, so she's going to be okay. Might just lift this camera up so you can see where she and the Lion God is. There you go. Didn't really change much, but she's just here. Okay. We'll definitely do the mountain first. So he's going to swing with the Regal Edge. This guy's toughness 21, by the way. So the Regal Edge in the rear. It's going to hit on a 2+. 2 hits. So the reason it hits on a 2+, Sword Master, +1 accuracy, +1 strength, and +1 speed. Accuracy, strength, speed. And cool, so we draw these 2 hit locations, boom, and boom. This is the first strike. I feel like, yep, whoops. I've done an absolute Barry Crocker there. I've put the hit locations back on the AI deck. One of your best, Dano. It's these 2. Good. First strike, super dense. Okay, so he's strength 11. The Regal Edge is strength 2, so that means he's 13. So we're looking for an 8, but we do get to roll for crits. So we're looking for 9s to crit, and we've also got sharp. So to wound, 3. So we need a 5 on this to wound. So that's a wound. So we ignore the failure. We didn't get the critical. That does 2 wounds because of devastating 1 on the Regal Edge. We always have to be aware of the whiplash zone. You gain a bleeding token unless you are in his blind spot, which we are. So we'll now do petrified hands. It's the same deal as before. 8 to wound, 9 to crit. So that's not a wound. Sorry, not a crit, but it is a wound. So the mountain is going to gain a bleeding token. He may not spend movement until the end of the next monster turn. So that's actually important to note, because the end of the next monster turn is crucial. So I'll just put him like that. So hopefully I remember that. Okay, so that's the end of his activation. So we will now do yep, let's do John. Who's got Psychovore again? Is that Ilaria? Yeah, so she's got to eat John's face. So John's going to go, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that takes him outside of the whiplash zone. 1, 2, 3. And he's then going to shoot the Inkblood Bow. So he hits on a 7, which goes to a 6. But he does have proficiency, so he can reroll that. So that's 2 hits. We know what those 2 hits are. It is the Vestigial Arms and the Petrified Forearms. Cool. So this failure reaction seems unlikely. Let's see how we go. So John, he's got 2 luck, and the Inkblood Bow is deadly 2, thanks to Bow Mastery. So that means he's critting on an 8, 7, 6. So critting on a 6, and then he's strength 4 plus the Inkblood Bow is strength 8. So yeah, critting on a 6, wounding on a 9, something like that. So yeah, if he crits, that's his only method of wounding, to crit. So go, John. That's a crit. The monster gains a -1 toughness token. Awesome. That's a wound. Oh yeah, we need to do Fated Blow. We'll do Fated Blow on this one, I guess, because I forgot that he's got Fated Blow. Does he have anything else? Yep, he's already used Frozen Star. Cool. So, boom. That's not a wound at all, I don't think. So, Strength 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 3 is 17, so no good. So he's going to use his lifetime reroll to try and change that into a wound, because he's probably not going to go into the next hunt anyway. So that's a crit. It cancels the reflex. We're not going to use that. It is Fated Blow, so we get a devastating 2. Coolio. Okay, so that's John's turn. Now he's going to spend a survival to surge, and he's going to shoot the hollow point arrow. So let's do that. So he hits on a 6, which goes to a 5. That's a 5, which is a hit. It's this hit location, which I do know. End your attack unless you gain a bleeding token. He's happy to get a bleed token because that gets him an evasion. And then we're critting on... it's not deadly because it's not the bow. So we're actually only critting on an 8. That's not enough for a wound because it's strength 11 plus his 4 is 15. Oh no, it is enough for a wound. Awesome. Because of the 5... because of the -1 toughness token. Yeah. On you, John. -1 movement. Take a wound. Okay. So now we have a choice. Drogo's yet to activate. We don't know what the... I might actually put him there. Yep, cool. I know we want him out this way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, fine. We don't know what that hit location card is. It's a really bad trap. It's a really bad trap. So we've got to decide if we swing with Drogo and risk. So what we may do, yeah, I think we're going to swing with Drogo. We've got Frozen Star up, so let's do it. Drogo's going to swing. He's got the Scleaver. He's got 2 speed from the Scleaver. He's got Grand Mastery on, or Grand Weapon Mastery, I think. He got the Grand Weapon, didn't he? No, he's just got Grand Weapon Specialization, which gives him +1 accuracy. He's in the rear, so +1 accuracy. So, and he's an 8-1 accuracy. So his 2s, perfect hits are relevant. So he didn't get a perfect hit. But if he critically wounds, he's going to knock the monster down thanks to the Grand Weapon proficiency. And now, does the gamble pay off? Which I shouldn't have actually had this information anyway. Great. Okay, so he is critting on just a straight 10. Cool, we're going to do this one first because Drogo's pristine, isn't he? He's pristine. Yep. Okay. So that's a wound. Sorry, I should have said Fated Blow, but I was definitely going to do Fated Blow on that one from the Scleaver. So he now suffers the dismembered arm severe injury. However, Drogo has pristine, so he just suffers a bleeding token and does not suffer dismembered. That one's done. So now we can wound this one. We can crit it on a 10. A crit on a 10 would be great. No, it's not, but it is a wound. So as a reflex, all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer knockback 7. So 1 here, he's knocked down because he suffers that. So he suffers bash. Oh, he doesn't suffer bash because he's got leather armor. But he suffers monster level plus 3 damage, so he suffers 6 damage to the body. Boo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he destructibles that terrain. He suffers it to the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Alright, so at this point, Ilaria is going to surge. Does she gain her survival back? She doesn't. And she's going to look at these 2 AI cards. And we have no cards that would cause things to increase, a closest survivor attack, and a survivor in blind spot, or closest threat in field of view in range. Yeah, don't like that one, so we're going to leave this one on top. Okay, so at this point, I am also going to surge with the mountain to put up a block 2 from the hazmat shield. Block. And that is the end of our turn. So monster turn starts. We know what is happening on the monster turn. It is this AI card. So he's going to perform Heft. So Heft is full move the monster towards the closest impassable terrain tile. So unfortunately that is this. So he's going to move to here. And he's then going to pick that up. Remove it from the showdown board. Oh no. Ilaria's in range. Oh no. So he's now going to target the closest survivor. Ilaria is within 2. And the mountain is also within 2. And we've got the mountain set up to take these hits with the block. So I think we'll take it on the mountain. Plus the thing down the bottom is also bad for Ilaria. I suppose. That's a hit. So, good. Okay, so he's going to move and attack. 1, 2. And he's going to swing with a speed 4 attack that hits on a 7+. We're going to use Frozen Star on John to make it a 9+. So that's 1 hit, which is blocked, no damage sustained. So now we would be able to do a surge, but a dash, but we can't because the stupid thing that I'm going to take off now. So this is going to cover as many survivors as possible, like so. Any survivors in the terrain tile suffer bash, knockback 7. So he's suffering knockback 7 to here. And 5 damage to 3 hit locations. Don't roll the body. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And a severe injury roll on the body. Come on, the mountain. Come on, mate. An 8. Broken rib. Oh, -1 permanent speed. Gain a bleeding token. Well, it's actually pretty good in this situation. We don't really need the speed. Cool. So that is the end of that card. So we do not perform another card, even though. So just important to note that even though this card is relentless, it doesn't have that tag at the bottom that says if there are more threats, play relentless. So it's the end of that activation. Okay, so everyone stands up thanks to Fist and Tooth proficiency. So we're going to do Ilaria. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to have a look in the hit location deck. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the trap is next. Oh, wow. Okay, well... that one's a bad reflex. That one we can work with. That one we can work with. So let's do this. We're just going to go for 1 or 2 swings this turn, I think. So Ilaria's turn is done. So John is going to go 1, 2, 3, and he's going to move to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to use his... oh no, she's got to use Psychovore. That's right. Yep. Psychovore, once per showdown, you may eat an adjacent survivor. Yep, so she's going to eat it. If you do, they gain a bleeding token and you gain 1 permanent strength. 1 permanent strength. John gets a bleeding token, which also counts as an evasion token because of rust, which is fine. And now John's going to shoot. So he's got Fated Blow. He's already used Bowmaster. Fine. So 2 misses. Reroll thanks to bow specialization. 1 hit. It is this hit location here. Before this triggers, we're actually going to do Drogo's dash. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah. Then we're going to attempt to roll to wound. So there's no crit location, so it's just an actual strength roll here. So John, he's strength 4 plus the bow, which is 8. That's 12. We're looking for an 8 to wound. Oh, and that's gone. Yep. So an 8 to wound. That's a wound. It would be a crit, but there is no crit location. So that gets rid of that card that we know what it was. Full move the monster forward. So he's only speed... he's -2 movement. So he goes down to speed 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's down here. John's turn over. Okay, so we know that there is only 1 card left in the deck before a trap, or 2, sorry. 1, 2, 5, 6. He's going to go to here. We're going to try and get those devastating wounds out as much as we can. So he's going to swing with the Regal Edge. That's a bleed token because he's attacked from inside the thingy range. It is a perfect hit. We know the hit location is this. He's going to attempt to wound. So he's strength 6 plus the Regal Edge of 2. Sorry, he's strength 11 plus the Regal Edge of 2 is 13 plus 6 is 19. And then he also has sharp, which does a wound. So we ignore that failure reaction. That does 2 devastating wounds. The mountain is then going to dash. Dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drogo's just going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to put up a block with the beacon shield. No surges at this juncture. Let's do a final surge from Ilaria. Does she gain a survival back? She does. She's actually going to use the Crest Crown to just reshuffle this deck, because she is insane. Cool. So the end of our turn. We're going to settle for that. Monster AI card. Let's hope it's not a bad one. Okay, it's a sharp bite. So, the closest threat in field of view in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's from here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so it is Drogo. So, at this point, do we want to use Drogo's evasion here? Or run away, I should say. Tricky one. There's a lot of open space over here, so if the next card's a relentless one, it's not great for us. I wonder if we should use the AI manipulation on the Rawhide at this point. Let's do that actually. So Alaria is going to spend a survival to surge. Does she gain that survival back? She does not. Let's have a look at the Rawhide Headband top 2 cards. Well, that's a great decision from Deno because this Woeful Majesty is terrible. So we will do a Ragdoll. And that means we know where Woeful Majesty is. Which means we can clear it off. So, we'll do the Sharp Bite. It's going to be attacking John. He's not going to worry about dashing out of the way, or is he? Because, and the reason I say he can dash out of the way is because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the monster is only speed 8, so he can't quite get there. I think we will actually. I think we're going to dash. So Drogo, dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Lion God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He ends up here. So he doesn't do that. If there are any threats in the monster's field of view, there are. Reveal the next AI card. If it is relentless, we play it. We know that it is Ragdoll. The closest threat in field of view in range. We've actually got 2 here. We've got 1, 2 and 1, 2 because it's not a facing, it's a field of view. So, and what we're going to do here is we're going to choose the mountain, and he's going to dash. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, thanks to Harvestman. So now we're going to do a full move towards the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that again, Deno. Is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or was he here? Maybe he was, yeah, I feel like he was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go here like this. So all survivors within 2 spaces of the monster suffer bash and gain 1 bleeding token. The mountain ignores the bash. Are those lion statues? No. So we'll actually do it that way so that we can actually get into the rear, potentially. Okay, who's got my bandages? Drogo's got my bandages. Okay. So we've dashed with both Drogo and the mountain this turn. But that's okay. We know target's not adjacent to the monster. Cool. Okay. So let's do Ilaria's turn. She's going to run the fuck away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to use the hit location deck. Let's see if we've got that trap anywhere near the top. We don't. That's a wound, which we're totally fine with. That's a wound we're totally fine with. That's a failure we're totally fine with. Good. Okay. Let's see if we can get rid of that Woeful Majesty. Can't get out of the blind. Can't get in the blind spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's already used dash. Drogo's already used dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got line of sight there. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in range there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're out of range there. Okay. Just trying to work out the right way to approach this, given that I've already dashed with Drogo. So one of those wound reactions had him turn around. So I think we might try and do that with John. So John's going to go. He's going to dash. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he's going 1, 2 to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's definitely in range. He's going to shoot the bow. 7's a hit. Reroll thanks to that. So that's 2 hits. No perfect hits. So awesome. This is going to work out fine. So we're going to crit here on a 6. So we definitely want to crit this, but if we don't, it's okay. Oh. So we don't do a crit, and we didn't wound either, did we? Fated blow. 4, 8, 12. Nah, not enough. That's okay though, because this plan will still work as long as we wound on this one. 9 is a wound. That is awesome. So he moves forward in a straight line. He's going to archive that piece of destructible terrain. More importantly, for us, we're pissing off that Woeful Majesty card. So that disappears. Outstanding. We know that the mountain's going to go to here, and he's going to swing with the Regal Edge. He's in the rear, so he doesn't suffer a bleed token. We know this is the hit location where there's a failure reaction. Oh, Regal Edge. That's definitely a wound. It's a devastating wound. We know the next hit location had a reflex reaction. I think it was a knockback one. So let's actually surge with the mountain at this point to go again, because this could work for us very fine. That's a hit. That's a knockback 7 on a reflex. Don't crit mountain. 4 plus 10. Devastating 2. 1, 2. Knockback 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drogo's going to move to here and use bandages. Oh, fuck, I'm good at this game sometimes. I am good at this game. Don't think anyone would deny that. Okay, so we want the mountain to... Have we done a surge yet? Ilaria's done her surge. John is the only one who could surge. He could surge with the bow, I suppose. Wouldn't hurt. I don't think. Yeah, let's surge. Oh, not Drogo. Let's surge with the bow. Cool, 2 shots with the bow. 7's a hit, that one. That's 2 hits. 1, 2, awesome. We do have crit locations as well. The failure reaction is bad. If he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're still in range. So we're going to do this one first. Let's see if we can crit. We can. 1 wound. So we're critting on a 7 thanks to the deadly bow. And John gets an evasion token. Seems fine. And then this one, critting on a 6. That's a crit. Attacker gains 1d5 survival. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a wound. That's the end of our turn. Alright, the phone just shut down there. End of our turn. No additional issues here. Did our wounds. Everyone's good. John's got survival back. He was supposed to go up to 11. Fine. We're in really good shape. I think we're going to do this. I'm excited. I'm nervous. It's the next turn. It's Monster AOI card turn. I didn't use the Rawhide, but I've got rid of Woeful Majesty, which is my biggest concern. Earthquake. The closest survivor in field of view. It's John. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Any survivors are consumed in the seismic zone and die instantly. Archive all terrain tiles in the seismic zone. Oh my god. Okay. Is there any way I can avoid this? I don't think so. If it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So if John goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and dashes, this guy can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, maybe we can do it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and dash. So I'm just going to mark John's location with this dice. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then the Lion God's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't stop it. 7. That's enough. So John's definitely dying. So crack widens in the earth before the Lion God. All survivors lose 1 survival and suffer 3 brain damage. Any survivors in the seismic zone are consumed by fire and die instantly. Terrible. Terrible. So what we'll do is we'll definitely do John to try and... so we'll do a surge with at this flow. So I'll just put the Lion God back where he was. 4 spaces away. Put John back where he was. Yep. So we're going to do a surge from Ilaria. So she gains her survival back. And she's surging. And we're going to look in this hit location situation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have a trap? We do not. So there's no knockdowns here. So we can't stop him that way. Another -1 toughness token, a -1 damage token. Oh, here we go. Full move the Lion God forward in a straight line. Wow, okay. Well, that's our best option. And this one here. Okay, this is our only plays. So John's going to surge, and he's going to spend a survival to do so, and he's going to swing with the Ink Blood Bow. Oh, he's got +1 strength for each bleeding token he has, so he's actually strength 6 right now, which is useful actually, because we want to trigger wounds. Reroll thanks to Bow Specialist. This is a huge moment. 1 hit, 2 hits. Here we go. We know these 2 hit locations. So what we actually want here, what we actually want is to be able to wound without critting. So unfortunately, there's only one number that can do that, and that is a 5, because our bow is strength 8. The 2 bleed tokens takes it to strength 10, and 4 is added to our strength to give us a total of 14. Nah, we cannot possibly do it without critting. Damn. All right, well, let's go down in a blaze of glory. He gains a -1 damage token. Well done, John. Good wound. And then the petrified pectorals as well. Come on, Johnny. No, that fails. So he's going to gain +2 toughness until the end of the round. I was hoping we could wound him in some other way there. So there's no point in trying to run away, other than potentially bringing the monster closer. Yeah, so we'll actually do that. No, we won't. So all survivors lose 1 survival. All survivors suffer 3 brain damage, 1, 2, 3. I think that may have been a mistake because I don't remember if Drogo had any insanity. I think he did have some. I'm just going to do a brain trauma on Drogo anyway. 6 is a danger seizure. He deals 1 damage to himself and every adjacent survivor. Does 1 damage to his own waist. And he does 1 damage to the head on the mountain. And he gains 1d5 insanity. 2. And he gains a disorder. And that disorder will be emotionless. You cannot gain +1 strength tokens. Unlucky, Drogo, you emotionless clown. And now this seismic zone happens. Boom. John, brave John, thank you for all of your time here with us, mate. Oh, actually, given that he's got a lifetime reroll up his sleeve, doesn't he? No, he used it. He's dead. 2 from the graves. John, thank you, buddy. It was a brave effort, and we appreciate it. The problem now is nothing, because that's not a card that draws a card from Relentless. So, good. Well, actually, maybe we did want to bring him closer then. Yeah, so John will do that thing where he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the monster to there. No, that's fine. He stays where he is. Okay, so let's do our turn now. So we've got an opportunity to have a break here. So Drogo's just going to use the 2 bleeding tokens as well, and then he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The mountain's going to Alaria's going to go next. She's going to use the circlet thing, Necromancer's Eye. No traps. No traps, so we got +2 toughness to wound dislocation. That's a reflex. We don't like that though. That's fine. Frenzy brain trauma is probably okay for the mountain at this point in time. And then she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then she's actually going to spend a survival to dash to get out of his line of sight. And the mountain is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then he's going to dash. Into here. And then he's going to swing with the regal edge in the rear. Come on the mountain. Come on, buddy. That's a hit. We know it's this location here, the petrified hands. We can crit on a 9, or we can fail to wound on a 1. He will surge. He hits. We know it's this hit location. He can't wound, or he can't crit, sorry. It's a wound. It's a 3 plus 5 is an 8, plus his strength of 11 is a 19. And the monster is not 19. Why do I feel like I'm doing something wrong there? Oh, he's got Sweet Battle. That's a free surge. Oh, plus the weapon, sharp. Plus the weapon has got +2 strength on top of that. Perfect. That is a wound. Thank you. So we suffer 1 bleeding token and frenzy. He can no longer spend survival. Back up to 1 speed. 1-2. It's the Monsters AI card. Let's hope. It's really bad for him actually because he can't spend, he can't move. Can't use this thing. Frenzy. Is that in here? Nope, it's in here. Let's just read the Frenzy. He gains 1d5 Insanity. 1 Insanity. He ignores slow. You may not spend survival. You may not use fighting arts. You may not use weapon specialization or weapon mastery. Oh, that's unfortunate. One Insanity. Yeah, so he can't use weapon specialization or weapon mastery anymore. Don't think it's going to matter. Let's hope it's not an earthquake. Should we use a surge to see if it is the earthquake? Has Ilaria already surged? She has. End of our turn. Here we go. Oh no. The mountain is dead. Oh no, he's not. He's not in field of view. Yes. No one's in field of view. That's good. That's good. So he does a mourn instead. Alright, well. Move the Lion Glod to the closest impassable terrain tile. So he's just going to move to here. I assume that would be sufficient. It is archived. On a 6+, Necropolis is revealed. It is not revealed. So then, all non-deaf survivors suffer 4 brain damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, and have another brain trauma. That is a 6. It's another danger seizure. Suffers 1 damage to the legs. Gains 1d5 insanity. Gains 7 insanity, which is a 4. And that is a random disorder. He can have, don't think it matters too much. Traumatized, great. Traumatized. So we're in good shape here because we have a trick up our sleeve. We're going to do Ilaria. She's going to stay right where she is. She's going to put these bad boys together. Is it worth just shuffling the deck? I don't think so. We'll do this wound. And we'll do this wound. And we'll do this wound. And we'll do this wound. The mountain, he's going to move into position into the blind spot. He's going to swing with the regal edge. Does he hit? He can't use weapon mastery, so he fortunately hits. We know it hits this location here. He's strength 12 plus the regal edge for 2. Sorry, he doesn't get to use the weapon specialization, so he's only strength 11 plus regal edge. So 11 plus 4 is 15 plus 2 is 17. So he needs to roll a 3. That's enough for a devastating wound. 1, 2. Finally, and this is one of the greatest moments of my life, we're about to kill a mountain fucking dude, fucking lion god guy, because the mountain has sweet battle, which means he can surge without spending survival. Frenzy says you cannot spend survival. So he is going to use sweet battle to surge. He's going to roll to hit him. He's in the blind spot. A 3 is enough because of his innate 1 accuracy and the blind spot. We know this hit location is this. It's -2 toughness to wound this location. That is going to be enough to wound. It is a devastating earthquake gone. And the basic action wound gone. Boom, shakalaka. You are all very welcome. We just took down a level 3 lion god. The earthquake killed poor Jon Snow, but the mountain got the job done for us. Well done. Well done. Awesome. Yeah. 1 Lion God statue rare gear, 12 basic resources, and 3 Iron Strange resources. I don't even think I need the basic resources at this point, so, but here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 iron. We don't have Memento Mori. We all gain a Hunt XP. We all gain a weapon proficiency. I don't think that either any of those things matter. Hunt XP, he's ageless. He's irrelevant. So manage departing survivors, return from Showdown, and advance the year. We've reached the final Lantern year. We got a Lion God statue rare gear. And that's cool. We didn't get to go down into the necropolis. We get 3 iron, and let's go on to the final 2 story events. I already rescued our survivor, so we don't do that. I'm going to do this event first, the stupid settlement event for murder, and then I'm going to do the story event, settlement event for murder, just in case we get murder. This will mean we get through the whole thing if we don't get a murder. A triathlon! Okay. I'm not even going to bother doing it because I'm just going to do the worst survivors, the nuffies down the bottom. We've got Samwell, Nymeria, Melisandre, and Lou, and they're all doing the triathlon. Good work, guys. I hope you have fun while the Dragon King's like telling us to build a tomb, and you guys are like, yeah, let's have a race. Let's run around. It'll be great, guys. It'll be awesome. Let's do it. Fucking idiots. All right, return to the settlement. And then we are going to take... what is this event called? Death of the Dragon King. We got through a whole thing without a murder. That's awesome. We did have a plague and cracks in the ground twice, I think. Awesome. Death of the Dragon King. Final descent. The Dragon King raises its moribund mass and descends, crushing the delicate throne to rubble under its massive claws. The monster's exhausted body comes alive with one last spark of wild energy. It raises its maw to the darkened sky, issuing a grief-filled howl. The people of the stars hear their native tongue for the first time, calling them to their destiny. The remaining survivors' delicate grey matter boils and sizzles in their skulls. The dragon's voice was not meant for their ears. Any survivors without constellations perish, they are dead. Cool. Brienne, dead. Confirm, have a graves bonus. Dickon, dead. Confirm, have a graves bonus. Lewin, dead. I hope you had fun at your friggin' triathlon, mate. Stupid triathlon, dead. Sorry, Lewin, you were great. Melisandre, I'm sure you were going to be awesome. You're dead. Just Nymeria, I'm sure you were going to be awesome as well, but you're dead. Sorry, Nymeria. Samwell, you were brave, but you're dead. And that leaves us with Yara, Tywin, Strong Belwas, Missandei, Doria, Daenerys, The Mountain, you are not a dude. You are dead. So we have Drogo, Ilaria, Daenerys, Doria, Missandei, Belwas, Tywin, and Yara. All still alive, leading the charge. Let us continue reading, because this is awesome. The gathered children. At the edge of the settlement, the people of the stars gather before the tomb. They clench their fists and grit their teeth, preparing to kill their god. Select departing survivors for a special showdown with the Dragon King. The Dragon King prays for a glorious defeat. So, the survivors go first. We use the Dragon King's AI and hit location along with the Screaming Antelope's trample trait. Cool. He's only in toughness 17. That seems very, very low. That seems extremely low. 20 life points. I can do probably 14 in the first turn. Like, come on, mate. Yeah, okay. Objective decision making from Big Deno. The Dragon King is defense 25. That's just ridiculous. 17? That's fucking bad. All right. I don't think there's that. Like, I don't need any gear. I don't need anything. I'm not even going to bother entering in my resources. We've got 13 things. I'm just going to... What am I going to do? Have I got... Who am I taking? Do I have any things I need to recover? I don't think so. Drogo's not coming. Ilaria's probably coming. Doria, maybe. Missandei, Yara. Cool. I'll worry about it next Lantern Year, friends. I don't think we need to spend things on anything. So I look forward to catching you in the finale of this series where we face off against the armor, the defense 25 Dragon King, toughness 25 for a better finale. I'll see you all the next Lantern Year. Big Deno out.